Special edition of the podcast. This week, I have my friend Brian on here. He's created, 600 courses on Udemy or 60? How many is it?
Close to about 60 courses. Probably about 34, 35 of those are public and available. And then I have additional courses that I still need to record. So in total, probably about 100 courses in total.
What do you mean by private versus public?
Yeah, so on the Udemy platform, you have the option of making a course public for people to readily buy on the platform. But one thing that not a lot of people know, you can actually make a course private, where it's not for sale on Udemy. You almost kind of use Udemy as your own membership site. So for a few niches that I'm involved in, a few people that I've worked with as far as creating content, we'll create kind of a private Udemy course where we'll have our videos, we'll have all the functionalities that Udemy provides their course creators, but it just won't be readily available for sale on Udemy.
Interesting. So let's take a step back. Most of these courses came from books that are selling well for you on Amazon. Correct?
Absolutely. So one strategy, because I've been publishing on Amazon for quite some time, I was thinking just one day, I was like, man, I have this great content. How else can I use this content? Because there are a lot of limitations currently on Amazon as far as putting your ebooks on other ebook platforms. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, what if I took these books, the best-selling books, my highest quality books, and turned them into an actual course. And that kind of led to this kind of taking the content and putting it on Udemy.
So I assume you built these courses yourself.
Yes. So I'm a big fan of outsourcing and developing a team. I actually have a background in instructional design. So maybe that at some level might be an unfair advantage to maybe most people listening to think like, oh, I'll take my book and turn it into a course. So I kind of understand, the course development process. And I just kind of took my book, took the best information, put it in PowerPoint form, added some additional resources, workbooks, quizzes, things just to enhance the learning experience for a possible student. And then I would just do a screencast video, basic introduction video, and I would be able to create, on average, about an hour-long course, hour-and-a-half long course from about a 10,000 word to 15,000 word book.
So even with the industrial design experience, how much time and you would say money does it cost you to create one of these courses?
Considering that I've done historically most of the work myself, and looking at kind of the opportunity cost, because there are obviously other projects that I could be building, I would probably say on average, in order for me to just really do this on myself, it'll probably cost me about $300 a course, give or take, because I'm not a graphic artist. So obviously I need someone to really take my dream and idea of the PowerPoint and kind of make it more engaging. Because that's one of the challenges with course creation. Is not as simple as just cutting on your microphone and cutting on your video camera and, splatting off at the mouth. Like, you really need to have some learning objectives built in. You need to have some learning outcomes. You need to have goals for the students so they actually get value from what you're attempting to teach.
How much on average does one of these courses make on Udemy? Because the platform is quite cluttered, right? So
Yes. So with most platforms online, when a great opportunity comes out, the opportunity to monetize is incentivized by the platform because they want to get content creators. I mean, case in point, Amazon 5 years ago is significantly different from Amazon today, 2018. So when I first started out on Udemy, I was doing quite well. But now, due to just various price changes, due to so many course creators, and due to quality control issues, on average, a course may be on sale for about $10. So for anyone just really looking to get some traction in creating courses, I'll probably say that Udemy is a great place to get started. It's a great place to find an initial tribe to get some branding for your, course. But I will ultimately like to think of Udemy as kind of a traction channel for other courses that you may have on your own website or are related to your direct personal brand.
So the couple downsides of Udemy that I've always seen are, one, like you said, quality control. Two, you can't really control the price. Three, you pay them a commission. Four, the sales experience and the whole onboarding you also cannot control. And then another one is that they pretty much control your content because it's on their platform. Am I missing anything?
Nope. Those are the majority of the hiccups that I have. And then that to that last point of them kind of controlling your content, for some reason, despite quality control issues in both of our opinions, I have courses that are kind of sitting in limbo, just like waiting for approval. So there's no real knowledge base on the type of courses that they accept or don't really accept. So if a course is related to, for example, I've created several courses in like urban survival. And one of my urban survival courses kind of had a self-defense kind of martial arts type take to it. And Udemy kind of got their, panties in a twist saying, oh, you can't teach violence and you can't teach people this. And it's like, well, I'm not teaching people violence. If you know anything about martial arts and self-defense, it doesn't support violence. If anything, it's a means of protecting you and those that you love from violence. So just little quirky policies that aren't necessarily written anywhere. So you put forth all this effort and time developing a course, you put it on the platform like, oh, well, we have to get the okay for this. So at some level, just there, like you said, that onboarding process is a bit loosey-goosey. They've also really outsourced a lot of their onboarding. I believe they're currently outsourcing a lot of it to the Philippines. So that also produces a few issues with really trying to get in contact with decision makers because I think there's kind of a communication disconnect between what they're doing in the Philippines and what they're doing in their headquarters there in San Francisco.
It seems very similar to what Amazon's been doing in the book business. The customer service, I always wonder, where are they from?
Yeah. And the issue with customer service, I have people in the Philippines that are part of my professional team, very hard workers, very intelligent people. But one thing that you commonly have to consider, even with outsourcing, this is a tip for people that looking to outsource, is that cultural definitions of customer service are very subjective and they really vary from culture to culture. And sometimes when you have other cultures interacting with your customer base, there may be some incongruencies with those kind of social norms and things that are accepted maybe in Philippines or Pakistan or Ukraine, may be different from things that are acceptable in the United States, Canada, and even Latin America if you look at your potential customer base. So those are things just to keep in mind with outsourcing.
Interesting. You mentioned that you use some of these courses for branding and marketing. So are you upselling people somehow in these courses or do you have something on your own platform at a real good price where you lead them to? I'm just curious about your thinking on that.
Yeah, so ultimately, as I said, the monetization opportunity with Udemy was probably at its pinnacle, I'll probably say about 2 years ago. And that was at least my experience. And a lot of the large revenue gainers have since kind of left the platform. So since then, I've continued to kind of create courses. But what I do is that, in my downloads, my PDF downloads, I'll have links going to a variety of different landing pages. So I'm growing an email list related to those specific niches for which I'm publishing. And with that email list, I'm cultivating a relationship with them. I'm also doing affiliate promotions on the back end. And also driving traffic to my products that I have off of Udemy. So I really look at Udemy as kind of a top of the funnel channel for me that I'm being paid for. So instead of me spending money on advertising, I'll spend efforts on creating courses, have some monetization of those courses, but also be kind of trickling down traffic through my sales funnel. Well, I welcome them. Obviously, there's kind of this, welcoming email. I may offer a complimentary course or a bonus. Typically, it's in the form of a bonus.
What sort of bonus would you give them?
When I onboard someone from Udemy into a mailing list, typically it's in the form of some type of additional course bonus. So it'll be related content to the course that they took. So that, it's more of a smooth transition. They don't feel like I'm going to spam them to death. So there's a value add. They get the course basically for $10 or so on Udemy. Then they get this free bonus course. And depending upon how much of the bonus course they get through, I currently use a program called Active Campaign, so I can monitor, clicks and links, and I can kind of segment my list of people that are active, people that are just tire kickers. Then the people that are probably most active, I'll offer them either some private coaching, some type of masterminds, as I said, promote them kind of affiliate products related to the content they did just consume.
If people want to reach out to you, where should they go?
So people can find me at briancliette.com. So that's BRIAN Cliette, CLIETTE.com. So that's briancliette.com. They can also find me on various social media channels under Brian Cliette. I'm probably most active currently on LinkedIn. So if someone wants to reach out, say hello, and definitely help them if I could be of any resource in their course creation journey.